Good day everyone, Franklin Bidumaya here, and today I am honored to share a valuable information with you about transparency in education and how it strengthens accountability, stakeholder participation, and continuous school improvement. Have you ever wondered how the schools communicate their performance to the public? Who ensures that school data is shared transparently? And why is community participation important in improving education? Today, I will discuss how transparency in education is strengthened through the School Report Card or the SRC and National Accountability Policies. We will connect three key policies bases: the DO or DepEd Order 44 series of 2015 or the foundation of the SRC. Then we have DM or the DepEd Memorandum 160 series of 2016 or the monitoring implementation, and section 93 of the General Appropriation Act or the Transparency Seal. Together, these policies show how transparency moves from school level reporting to system level accountability. Under Department of Education Philippines, policies like DepEd Order 44 series of 2015, the school report card is defined as a tool for advocating and communicating the school situation, context, and performance to both internal and external stakeholders. Its objective is to increase participation and involvement of the community in making school to be a better place for learning. So how the SRC promotes transparency? First, it strengthens communication by presenting school data in a clear, structured report that regularly informs stakeholders about school conditions and results. Second, it promotes stakeholders' engagement by making information accessible and understandable to teachers, school leaders, parents, and community, encouraging active participation in school improvement. Third, and the last, it ensures accountability by making school performance visible to the public, allowing stakeholders to monitor progress and share responsibility for outcomes. In simple terms, DepEd Order 44 establishes the SRC as a primary transparency tool at the school level. If DepEd Order 44 establishes the SRC, an important question follows. How do we know schools are actually implementing it? This led us to the monitoring mechanism. Next, we have the DepEd Memorandum 160 series of 2016 or the monitoring implementation. DM 160 series of 2016 strengthens transparency by ensuring that the SRC is not only required but also practiced. The memorandum states that the school report card is the core component of school-based management and is prepared twice each school year to strengthen shared governance and community participation. How DM 160 strengthens transparency? So, transparency is monitored. School must report the status of the SRC preparation and presentation. This ensures transparency goes beyond policy. It becomes actual practice. Next, we have accountability is enforced. Schools are held responsible for communicating their performance and condition. And we have last, communication is validated. Monitoring confirms that SRC information is shared with parents and the community through structured reporting. In simple terms, the DM or DepEd Memorandum 160 ensure that transparency is implemented, monitored, and sustained. Now, we move from school level transparency to government-wide transparency. If school must disclose performance, what ensures that national agencies also remain transparent? Last, we have the Section 93 of the General Appropriation Act or the Transparency Seal. Under the Republic Act of the Philippines, Section 3 of the General Appropriation Act requires all national government agencies to maintain a transparency seal on their official websites. This policy is implemented with oversight for agencies such as the Department of Budget and Management Philippines. What the transparency seal ensures? So it requires public disclosure of the following. So we have the agency mandates and officials. Next, we have budgets and targets. And also programs and beneficiaries. Then, we have implementation, status, and evaluation reports. And lastly, we have procurement plans and contracts. The goal is to enhance transparency, enforce accountability, and allow the public to monitor the use of government resources. Agency heads are direct responsible for compliance. In simple terms, Section 93 of GEA ensures national level transparency and public accountability. When we connect these three policies, we see a complete transparency system. The DepEd Order 44 Series of 2015 establishes the School Report Card or the SRC as primary transparency tool of the school level, guiding how schools communicate their context, performance, and improvement effort to stakeholders. Next, we have this will connect to DepEd Memorandum 160 Series of 2016 that ensures that SRC is consistently prepared, presented, and monitored, strengthening implementation and accountability through regular reporting and validation. And this connect with the GAA Section 93 that institutionalizing transparency across government agencies by requiring public disclosure of key information, ensuring accountability not only in school but throughout the national system. Together, they create a chain accountability. School reporting, then down to school system monitoring, and down to national transparency. This shows that transparency in education is not optional. It is structured, monitored, and legally enforced. In conclusion, the school report card is more than a document. It is a bridge between schools and communities, between performance and accountability, and between policy and practice. Through DepEd 44 and DepEd Memorandum 160 and Section 93 of the GAA, transparency become a shared responsibility involving school, stakeholders, and government institutions working together to improve education. That's all for my presentation. I hope you learned something today. Thank you for watching.